This is Dee with Divine Needle, and welcome to the age of Aquarius. TGIF! Woohoo! Another week into a very grand age of awakening and enlightenment. Yay! Okay. Sorry I missed yesterday. I was busy helping friends, and yeah, it was kind of a cluttered day that started early. So I missed the reading yesterday. Divine timing and all, right? It was meant to be. Anyway, weekend reading. I'm going to do the weekend reading, and I think I might do a reading specifically on the Virgo full moon. This full moon is really interesting because Venus has entered Pisces, and my Venus is Pisces, and my moon is Virgo. So I think it's going to be a very fascinating full moon ritual. Very special one. Anyway, with lots of grand things ahead. Ooh, but this full moon's kind of extra special because the dark side of the moon's going to be facing out to the cosmos. There's no planets or anything between it and the cosmos. To me, that feels like an endless sea of what we can tap into and bring into the holodeck. Our imaginations can run wild. So, when you're doing your full moon rituals and you're sending that love to the planet and everybody on it and all the out to the heavens and back, yeah. Remember, think of your fondest dreams of what this place could be. What's your Arcadia, your heaven, right? Also, something else you can add to your rituals, and I'll put a link in the description, was a very well done reading by Russellingaround that has some instructions for some of you about ways to release past karma that's in your chart. And it has to do with certain placements, so you'll need to pull up your birth chart to do that and examine it a little bit, see where your past karma might be having an impact on your today, on your life. And you're going to be releasing that out to the emptiness of space. So release that emptiness, release the black hole of emptiness, whatever it is in your chart that seems to be clogging your advancement on your road. That looks like it could be some sort of weird past karma. Perhaps it's bad luck or being too withdrawn or anything in your chart that you see that looks like it could be a hindrance to the path you'd like to take. And you're going to eject it. Literally. Anyway, so I'll include a link. And I personally am going to not only do my own, but I'm going to do my best to release past karma for all the heart-based souls on the planet as well, not just myself. So, for those of you that don't understand how to do the birth charts or anything else like that, if you just kind of search your heart and soul, you'll know what to release out to the vastness of space, that empty darkness, right? And Other than that, you'll have me on your side doing the same thing for you on this end. Maybe some of you that are more talented could do it for everybody too, not just me. Just think of the impact that would make. Anyway, I will include a link in the description about that very process of examining your chart and which placements to look at and see where their problems might be. I did that myself. It's very fascinating. Okay, the weekend TGIF reading. And like I said, I might do an actual full moon reading too. We'll see. So if you don't see it, don't be surprised. But if you see it, okay. Heart and Soul Oracle for today. Heart and Soul for today. Heart and Soul for today. Do-do-do. What is the card for today? It's that one. This one just keeps popping out at me. It's this one. It's like, take me, take me. We haven't had that one yet either. Okay, so I have no idea what it says. So it's a surprise for all of us. That one too? Okay, I just heard this one too. And that one. All right, they want 3. Sorry. The moon popped. And the twin souls tree here popped out to me. All right. So here we go with the one that caught my eye. And I think we might have had this one in a reading in the past. I don't remember what it said. Have not had this one, and we have not had this one. Surprises for today. Yay. Don't be swayed by someone's strong opinions. Just do what feels right for you. If what you're hearing doesn't resonate with you, then it most probably isn't for you. Listen to and respect other people's views, but stay true to your own inner vision and beliefs. Don't know if it's kind of dark in here. It's still early. Live freely and express the beauty of your ideas. Wise words. Wise words. So some of you wanting to start some sort of new adventure and others' opinions, listen to them, respect them, but it doesn't mean that's what you have to do. And this gorgeousness card. Yeah. Okay, let's get her up here close. Are you going to focus? Yes. Say please. Please. No? There we go. Close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well. There is no need for concern. That's so amazing. Amazing cards. And we've had this one before, but I don't remember what it says. I don't memorize these cards at all. But the darkness of this card reminds me of the full moon That happens well, it's actually Saturday morning at 2:17 a.m. Central Standard Time. Full moon in Virgo. So this card stood out. All right, let's see what we say here. Do we have enough light? It wants to. It's trying. A little closer. There we go. Passion. Well, it's trying. Passion reignites, and within the flawless patterns of each other's soul, you discover inner peace. You are caressed by each other's love, and this unfolds as endless blessing. Place no restrictions on one another. Be firmly grounded within each other's soil, but allow enough space for your branches to sway freely, so that you each may dance to the song of your own spirit. That's definitely about the twin flame couples. Passion reignites. Yes. Lots of passion for this full moon. I can feel it. Yep. Woo! That is very nice. Yeah. Mm-mm-mm. All right. The theme for the weekend. That was quick. They're not playing around. Adventure and inner voice. Ooh. Adventure. Being in your childlike innocence and having some fun on new adventures. Listening to your inner voice. What's it telling you to do for that inner adventure and outer adventure? Perhaps with somebody special. I know I actually thought about recording our ritual. Thought about doing that. We'll see. We shall see. All right. Well, some of it. Some parts would be not appropriate for YouTube. All right. All right. The overall energy for this weekend. The overall energy. We need an FYI. Inquiring minds want to know this weekend. What's the overall energy? Overall energy. Ooh, yes. Passion. The passionate night. Going and getting what you want. And we'll put that right there. Doink. What's our highest priority this weekend? What is our highest priority? What is our highest priority this weekend? Highest priority for this weekend. Highest priority. Ooh, I see some fire in there. Some more fire. We have the eminence, the bereaved, the Empress, and the stronghold of the flame. Ooh. All right. And what do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for this weekend? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for this weekend? What do we need to be mindful of and or prepare for? I hear a kitty that wants inside. Oh, nice. The angel. Mindful of and or prepare for. Woohoo! You can't even make this up. I know what this means for me, but the demon underlying energy. Key 15 and holy water. Oh, vagabond and the reaper. Transforming, feeling left out in the cold. All right. Oh yes, interesting energy. Let's dig a little deeper, just out of curiosity. The corruptor, lots of choices, and the Queen of Earth, picking the path. Okay, lots of choices. Transformation. Very nice. That's really good. Okay. 15. Key 15, Major Arcana. Demon. I know who that is. It's an archangel. You know you've begun the final prong of your spiritual journey when you are thrust into a battle with the Typhon. This is the mental and emotional chains of bondage you must break, and to break those chains you must see clearly that those chains have always been an illusion. The demon is the primordial spirit of harm, and most often than not self-harm. This is self-sabotage. The demon is the personification of interferences that undermine our pursuit of our aspirations or the advancement of our knowledge and wisdom. The demon is that which holds us back. When the demon appears, you are letting forces of harm inhibit your progress. You've been surrendering your self-control. The demon is us trying to alert you to manipulation, abuse, deception, or undue influences that are causing you sabotage in the long term. When the demon appears, an usurper lurks nearby. Well, here's the thing about the demon. That's Apep Apophis. It's also the god Pan. He's also an archangel. See the two that are in bondage here by him? They were released in that cave when we did that ritual. This is also known as the Baphomet. Everybody fears this archangel, and they shouldn't, because the stories they tell about this one, he's actually a good guy, not a bad guy. Who knew? Notice the snake here in the background with him? That's Apophis, Apep. The same maker. That's the same being. So, fear-based mindset, releasing that fear-based mindset perhaps this weekend. Oh, the baptism. This is funny because that ritual I did in the cave, we baptized Apep Apophis Quetzalcoatl. He was baptized in love that day. Yep. And we also kicked off the book of Revelation with releasing Semyaza and Azazel symbolically. Woohoo! I think we need to deal with our shadow sides with love. And I think that's kind of what this whole weekend's about. The dark side of the moon and releasing the darkness out to the cosmos. hmm The shining flame, that is the Knight of Scepters, lightning in the pry. Purification of fire. Nice. All right. You are now being given divine instruction to alchemize the elemental nature of fire to advance your professional work. Transmuted fire is the driving force that will help you accelerate, hasten, and advance your progress. Crystallization is happening, the creation of something that will soon take defined concrete form. This knight is also the spiritual guide who appears to you to lead you to an awakening. The appearance of this card is a prophecy that awakening is imminent. A spark of creativity will lead you to incredible productivity. So some sort of big spark. And this has been the Ace of Wands has been coming up in some of the readings from the other readers. And this is taking that wand and running with it. hmm So that's the overall energy. And the eminence, this is Nine of Orbs, standing on your own merit. Yep, standing on your own merit. This is actually, the eminence is actually a representation of Hermes and Sophia. Hermes and Aphrodite, right? Yep, the eminence, Nine of Orbs. And what if I told you the one on this card is on this card too? Confused? You won't be. If you're watching the other channel, you won't be confused soon enough. Yep. The eminence is a spirit personification of upward mobility and material fruition, born out of your own hard work. All that we have done and invested in has propelled us to the top. And yet now that we are at the top, are we feeling isolated or alone? All that glitters is not gold. Yeah, but I feel like all that glitters is gold. The woman pictured here in the Nine of Orbs is the same woman pictured in the Nine of Swords, and yet upon first impression they appear so different. Inner lives versus outer lives can be unrecognizable from one another. Nevertheless, the eminence appears as your spirit ally when she makes her presence, she is here to support your endeavors toward elevating rank, reputation, and to increase your material gains. When the Nine of Orbs appears in your reading, this is a message from Spirit to heed. Everything is for the best in the best of all possible worlds. Everything is as it should be. The bereaved, Three of Swords, some sort of disappointment. Three of Swords. Maybe we're releasing those past disappointments out into the cosmos. To me, it feels that way. Past hurts and disappointments, right? The bereaved is sabotage after fruition, but there is a foretelling of resurrection through the story of Isis mourning her husband, the god Osiris, and the coming conception of Horus. This is a spirit of bereavement by your side. This is sorrow, mourning, sadness, and deprivation of love. Yet this is also the power of resurrection after sorrow. And I feel like there's more to this. But let me get into the reading and feel into it a little more. I believe it's standing on your own 2 feet and releasing those. Releasing that past heartbreak. Yeah. It's the way it feels to me. The Empress, key 3. We're going to be releasing a lot of old baggage and karma this full moon. The Empress appears to those who are on the verge of producing a work worthy of admiration. The magic of the Empress transforms your hopes into reality. A divinity of universal love is present in your life path, and the Empress appearing to you is the affirmation you need for acknowledging that presence. Gloria Mundi is a muse for poets, writers, artists, and musicians. The Empress also embodies the spirit of rhetoric. She wields the art of persuasion. This is the creativity. She's like the Queen of Pentacles, but you add the spark of creativity of the shining flame and the Ace of Scepters, and you have the Empress, the full package. She embodies all the queens. The power of all the queens. Okay, and Stronghold of the Flame. That's the strategist to me, the strategist of the pages. Employing some strategy. Remember, this reading's not for the full moon itself, it's just for the weekend in general, which kind of covers this, because that moon, the energy of it lasts all weekend. It's already started, so you could do your rituals starting ASAP as soon as you want. Stronghold of the Flame. Herald of that awakening. It's the herald of the awakening. The Stronghold of the Flame, or Page of Scepters, comes bearing an important message to you, an opportunity about career matters, schooling, creative or artistic endeavors, employment, or passion projects. The Page of Scepters appears as affirmation of a coming adventure. A coming adventure. A quest. I do love quest. That will be presented to you. Your creativity and ingenuity will be the deciding factors on how to navigate the quest. The presence of the Stronghold of the Flame can also be an emissary sent by a solar deity, a divinity of the fires, of agriculture or artisans, or pantheon from the Southern Hemisphere. Yep, the Southern Hemisphere, all right, because Mariel, is the Southern Archangel. And she's what to be mindful of and prepare for. Key 14, a divine higher genius, the one in Hopi prophecy. Indeed. Key 14. This is where it gets better. Mutatis mutandis. The necessary changes have been made. So this release of the past disappointments and heartbreak out into the cosmos is where things change. When the angel appears to you, it's an omen that troubles are passing, pain subsiding, and you are growing closer to God. The angel is your patron deity. Genius in Greco-Roman lore is one's tutelary deity or a guardian spirit that protects an individual person. You standing individually strong on your own. It is your daemon from your cradle to your grave, the realization of an inner divine. You all have a spark from her inside of you. You have inner divine, inner divinity. Circumstances in your life path have converged, and a work of personal inspiration becomes your productivity. You realize your innate talents and bring your material into material being, that which is extraordinary. This is the time for dreams coming true. This is the primordial spirit of exceptionalism. It's funny because there was another reader, because I was stepping all over my words in the last reading, and I'm like, Mercury's not retrograde anymore. What's going on here? It just went, stationed and going, it, went direct and is moving forward again. And another reader was having the same problem. She mentioned the exact same thing. What is going on here? Mercury is not retrograde anymore. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, this is the primordial spirit of exceptionalism. Genius hits a target no one else can see. When the angel appears to you, take a moment to intuit the pulses of energy in the space around you. Can you feel the presence of the daemon? Do you know that you are watched over and looked after? Your angel is not at liberty to prevent every turn of suffering in your life, required to stand by and watch as you suffer the slings of your own fortunes, enduring the penance of your mistakes. Know that every time your angel is authorized to divert harm away from you, harm has been diverted. All right. Whew. Major arcanas. Standing on our own, releasing that past hurt. Out into the cosmos, new adventures, because big new things are coming. Oh, tingly wingly. I feel it. Yes. I just want to mention a couple of visions I had that I'd forgotten to mention. Would have been, I believe, Monday or Tuesday. I got a vision of a used car lot and these amazing cars coming off the lot one by one in line. And I was standing there watching the cars go by and really happy. It was very odd. I'm sure that it's not, I think it's meant to be symbolic, because a lot of my visions will be symbolic in nature. So that one was interesting. I got another one this morning just as I was waking up, and it was like being set off, standing in the middle of a clearing, in a green clearing. Kind of reminded me, uh, where the Washington Monument is in Washington, D.C. You know how there's like that, um, what would that be called? The area where it's green and grassy, and then, the trees on all sides. It's like a strip of green, an elongated rectangle. But imagine a hill. Imagine gentle hills. And I was standing there on the ground, and as I was standing there, I was seeing not only myself standing there, but then I also saw myself from the perspective, imagine, um, oh, a drone with a camera on it. And I saw from that view, looking at myself, the drone taking off and backing away from me, standing there, and seeing the beautiful green rolling hills as it's backing out, and the trees on all sides. It was amazing, and it was a lot of the visions come in kind of black and white, sort of, kind of. That one was vivid Technicolor. Not joking. It was so amazing. And yeah, it was crazy. But Was it symbolic or is it something in the future? You know, it kinda reminds me of this card it was like I was standing there and it just kinda backed out and there were hills and it was just a green strip with trees on either side and trees out at the end, and it was just amazing. Just amazing. Can't even yeah, it was, yeah, profound. Anyway, a little bit of outgoing energy for this reading or anything well, that went out. You want us to know maturity. Yeah, that's Empress energy right there. So it's just giving us a double down on the Empress energy, embodying that maturity. Yeah, very nice. Okay, I'll let you. I mean, if you see a full moon reading go up, it's because they prompted me to do so. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to or not. Um, I, I have a feeling we kind of covered what's going on here with that energy, and I will leave a link in the description of how to look at those. Russellingaround talks about how to look at those houses and releasing some past blocks that have been in your path to your true, true, complete feeling loved in every way and loving everything in every way. No longer feeling, it's a transformation of that feeling, the vagabond, right? So major shadow work, releasing past karma out to the universe. Wow. And this is the perfect portal to do it because there's nothing in between the endless space and the moon. We can use that moon to cast it out to endless space. So I have a feeling this reading itself is all about that, and I will put a link about the rituals that you might want to do. And like I already suggested, um, possibilities of things you can do in those rituals. And, if you just look at your chart for a few minutes and just get it in your head and just say it over 3 times up to the universe. Don't forget to project love at everything and be in your childlike innocence. Make it like you're out on an adventure. It's really funny because this inner voice thing feels very full moon. That energy on that card feels super full moon. Your inner voice, that's your upper self talking to you. Yeah, make sure you're listening to it. All right, have a grand weekend, a grand TGIF, and remember who loves you more than anybody. She's represented on these cards a lot, but she is the Empress. She is the angel, a divine higher genius. You have a spark of her divinity in you. Have a grand weekend.